The power of consistency. It is the most beautiful thing in this life that you can stay so consistent even when it gets so hard and you just push through and then you have that breakthrough. And just to build the confidence for yourself as well each and every single day. I found this all the way back when I was in high school trying to chase a dream of becoming an NBA player. That was the first time in my life where I had discipline, that self discipline, where I wasn't missing. The only area that I was missing was the vice of porn that I kept using. So even though at the time I was putting in the work, I was developing discipline once again and habits, good habits, not really drinking or partying or anything of that sort, and I was trying to figure out even just foods. So I was eating pretty clean for the most part. I had no idea what I was doing though at 14, 15 years old. I was trying to work out at the gym. I remember I would do one of those like dunk programs. I remember I had to ask my dad for the money to buy it, and he was like skeptical. Like, this is when buying shit like that online was like weird, and I had basketball coaches. I had, that guidance as well, like in an organization setting. And then I would play on repeat over and over. That's all I thought about. I've been tunnel vision my whole life. If it's one thing, I'm going to go after. I'm going to put my all into it. That's just Nick Drivas. He doesn't just half-ass things. He doesn't do 75%. He does 100. He does 100, and that's his main focus. And what I found is because I was running to the porn, I just kept running in circles. That's what I kept doing. And even though I was building discipline and habits and a somewhat solid foundation, like, my mindset was tapping into things that I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was developing a new identity in this process compared to most kids my age or just people in general out here that are way older, 40s, 35, like 27, 65, not even close to what I've been on all the way back then. I was doing it by accident. I just did it because that's all I saw, because it was that end goal or just that result of being in the NBA and being there and just killing it. And then when I would actually show up, the performance anxiety would kick in. I didn't have the total confidence, and I did have the consistency. That was the main thing. But it always led me to something else in my life that I wanted to do. Throughout high school then, senior year, I got a track scholarship because I was consistent with that. And I was like, oh shit, this shit paid off. But I was like, I didn't want to do this. So then I was like, let's just go on to the next thing. And then put all of our fucking habits and discipline that we built all the way back then to just the next thing. So it's universal is what I'm getting at with all this. Then started doing YouTube and TikTok. I blew up. I would post 8 times a fucking day of workouts in my backyard in the summertime. Content on content and content. Every single day I blew up, but I didn't build it the right way. So I was like, shit. So it just got hit with another barrier. But here's the thing. I just continued to keep going. That's the difference. Most people don't have even close to the amount of consistency that I have with anything, or when it comes to the discipline, the habits. And it's because I always look at the end goal. I always say, okay, if I want that, then I'm going to go after it. So I got semi results because, if I'm being honest, I was going semi with everything that I was doing. And I didn't have a proper blueprint. I was just doing it just out of my own will. Like, I didn't really have guidance. I didn't really have a coach to keep me accountable. So once I got a coach and I really dropped my ego, then things really started to change. And it's only continuously changing day by day as I keep going through life. Mind you, I'm only 23. Now, what 23-year-old has habits so strong, doesn't drink, and I've only had a couple of times and smoked 2-3 times in my life, And then porn, excessive, that, fuck everything else, all these things. And then I just got straight purpose. And then running own business, the program runs off of the habits and the consistency. My clients are loving the program. They feel it's their tribe. Massive results coming in. Massive results for myself. Finances just going up. Just bought a new whip. And now there's even more on the horizon coming. So it's all going back to is the consistency, is what this is. And it's rough. It's hard. It's like, damn, like, is there going to be a, like light at the end of the tunnel? Like, I would be like that. Should I just stop? Should I just quit? And then I'm like, no, like, I've been doing it for so long. But again, when I had the coach, that kept me so accountable. That kept me on the path and continues to keep me on the path. Have those reminders, those fail safes when things start to go negative with myself. Because I'm human. I'm just like you. I'm not no big shot, type person out here. I'm just like you. I have the same thoughts. I have the same beliefs, or just, just thinking about this could go like this could go like that. What do I do? Who am I? And all these things. And I was like, I just need to calm the fuck down, be guided by somebody who's ahead in the results that I desire, and then emulate that. So that's through the power of the consistency. Are you going to just tap? Are you just going to crack? Or are you going to continue to do everything? Because the consistency is what breaks the resistance. And I've seen it so many times as of recently for myself, because I just kept fucking going. And I just don't stop. I'm like, if anything more now, I'm like, more content, more shit to put out. I'm like, just give. Like, just continue to give, put the habits, solidify them even stronger. And that's the beautiful thing, is when the habits are so aligned, they're getting so strong, it's all you want to do. That becomes your new pleasure, quote unquote. Instead of running to the booze, running to the junk food, all these things. Like, people wonder why they're so on and off all the time. It's because they don't have a big enough purpose. They're not around the right people to keep them accountable. And then also, they're not being honest. Like, I'm talking very, very 100% honest with themselves to see on a daily basis where they're lacking. And they won't admit it. And then they stay stuck. That's the problem. They have such a massive ego. They just can't hold their word for shit. Like, I just can't imagine. If you're a father, let's say, and your wife is saying to you for the fucking 50th time, can you just do what the fuck you were saying you were going to do? Like, you were going to drop that weight. You were going to change your eating habits. You were just going to be that man for our family, for our kids. It's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. And the thing that's going to allow you to really level up, to experience a whole new life, and to actually get the results is going to be that consistency, those habits, building the best you through the discipline where you don't miss. Self-discipline as a motherfucker, because I don't miss as a motherfucker. Don't you get it? Is it clicking? Like, it's very simple. It's very simple. Everything just aligns because you're actually living it day by day, moment by moment. When you're in those moments and it's hard as fuck, do you continue to push through? Are you going to not break character? Are you going to align with your 10.0 self? Or are you just going to give in, listen to the bitch voice and say, nah, you know what? I don't really want this. It's totally fine. And then you're going to find other things throughout your day that's going to give that confirmation to continuously go negative and drift you off the path. That's the devil just creeping in a low vibration. So I love you guys. That's the video for today. And I'll see you guys in the next one.